It was a day like any other on Earth. People went about their daily lives, unaware of the threat looming above them in the vast expanse of space. Little did they know that their world was about to change forever. High above the planet, hidden behind the moon, a massive fleet of alien ships appeared out of nowhere. These were the warships of the Galactic Council, a powerful group of advanced alien races that ruled most of the known universe. They had been watching Earth for centuries, waiting for the right moment to strike. The leader of the fleet, Commander Zorn, looked down at the blue planet with cold, calculating eyes. "Primitive species," he muttered to himself. "They have no idea what's coming." With a simple command, Zorn launched the first wave of attack. Hundreds of smaller ships descended upon Earth's major cities. New York, London, Tokyo, and others suddenly found themselves under siege. The sky turned dark as the alien vessels blocked out the sun. Panic spread quickly. People ran for cover as strange beams of light shot down from the ships, disintegrating buildings and vehicles. The world's militaries scrambled to respond, but their jets and missiles were no match for the advanced alien technology. In Washington, D.C., the President of the United States was rushed to a secret bunker. "What are we dealing with?" he demanded, his face pale with shock. "Sir," a general replied, "it appears to be a full-scale alien invasion. Our weapons are useless against them." Meanwhile, in the United Nations building in New York, a holographic image appeared before the stunned delegates. It was Commander Zorn, his alien features causing gasps of terror. "People of Earth," Zorn's voice boomed, translated into every language simultaneously. "We are the Galactic Council. Your planet has been deemed unworthy of independence. You will surrender and become our slaves, or face total destruction." The UN Secretary-General stepped forward, his voice shaking. We are a peaceful planet. Why are you attacking us?" Zorn laughed, a chilling sound that echoed through the chamber. "Peaceful? You fight among yourselves constantly. You destroy your own environment. You are a backward species that needs guidance. The Galactic Council has decided to take control for the greater good of the universe." As the alien message was broadcast worldwide, people everywhere reacted with fear and anger. In London, a group of teenagers huddled in a subway station, watching the news on their phones. "This can't be real," one of them whispered. "It's like a movie." But it was all too real. The alien ships continued their assault, methodically taking out Earth's defenses. Military bases were destroyed. Communication networks were disrupted, and governments fell into chaos. However, amidst the despair, pockets of resistance began to form. In a hidden lab beneath the Rocky Mountains, a team of scientists worked frantically to understand the alien technology. "If we can just figure out how their shields work," Dr. Emily Chen muttered, her eyes glued to a computer screen filled with strange symbols. In Russia, a group of former Special Forces soldiers gathered in a forest, planning guerrilla attacks against the invaders. Their leader, a grizzled veteran named Dmitri, looked at his comrades with fierce determination. "They may have better weapons," he growled, "but we know this land. We will make them regret ever coming to Earth." As the first day of the invasion came to an end, the situation looked bleak for humanity. Much of the world lay in ruins, and alien ships patrolled the skies. But in secret bunkers, hidden labs, and remote locations, humans began to plan their resistance. Commander Zorn, confident in his victory, sent a message to the Galactic Council. "The primitive planet known as Earth has been subdued. They will make excellent slaves for our empire." Little did Zorn know that he had seriously underestimated the human spirit. The people of Earth, known throughout history for their resilience and ingenuity, were not going to submit without a fight. As the aliens celebrated their apparent victory, the seeds of a fierce retaliation were already being sown. The battle for Earth had only just begun, and humanity was about to show the Galactic Council why they should never have been underestimated. A week had passed since the Galactic Council's invasion of Earth. The aliens thought they had won, but they were wrong. All over the world, humans were secretly organizing and planning their resistance. In the ruins of New York City, Sarah Chen, a young computer expert, crouched in a hidden basement. She was surrounded by a group of survivors, their faces lit by the glow of computer screens. "I've done it," Sarah whispered excitedly. "I've cracked their communication code." The room buzzed with excitement. For the first time since the invasion, humans could understand what the aliens were saying to each other. It wasn't much, but it was a start. Meanwhile, in the African savannah, an unlikely alliance was forming. Dr. Kwame Osei, a brilliant biologist, stood face to face with a group of alien defectors. These aliens, called the Xin, had disagreed with the invasion and wanted to help Earth. "Your biology," one of the Xin said, "its large eyes blinking. It's different from ours. You adapt quickly. This could be your advantage." Dr. Osei nodded, his mind racing with possibilities. "If we combine our knowledge," he said, "we might be able to create a weapon the Galactic Council won't expect." In the skies above Europe, the alien ships continued their patrols. They were confident, thinking the humans were defeated. But in a secret underground base beneath the Swiss Alps, a different scene was unfolding. General Maria Rodriguez, formerly of the UN peacekeeping forces, stood before a group of soldiers from every nation on Earth. "Today," she said, her voice firm, "we are no longer American, Russian, Chinese, or European. We are all human, and we will fight together." The soldiers cheered, their differences forgotten in the face of a common enemy. They had been training with weapons reverse-engineered from crashed alien ships. It wasn't much, but it was a start. Back in space, Commander Zorn was getting frustrated. "Why haven't we completely subdued these primitives yet?" He growled at his lieutenants. "Find their resistance and crush it." But the humans were clever. They used the sewers, old subway tunnels, and natural caves to move unseen. The aliens' advanced technology couldn't detect them underground. In Australia's outback, a group of Aboriginal elders met with military leaders. "We know this land," one elder said. "We can show you how to hide, how to survive in the harshest conditions. The aliens won't be able to find you." This knowledge spread across the world. Humans learned to be invisible, to strike quickly and disappear. The aliens grew more and more frustrated. In Japan, a team of robotics experts worked day and night. They were building mechs, giant robotic suits that could fight the alien ships. "We will show them," said Dr. Yuki Tanaka, wiping sweat from her brow, "that Earth's technology is not to be underestimated." Across the world, more breakthroughs were happening. In Brazil, scientists found a way to disrupt the aliens' force fields. In Canada, hackers learned to jam the aliens' communications. In India, engineers developed new, powerful weapons using a mix of Earth and alien technology. The day of the first major counterattack arrived. In London, a squad of human soldiers in stolen alien armor infiltrated a landing ship. They took control and managed to fly it, crashing it into the main alien base in the city. The news spread like wildfire. For the first time since the invasion, humans had won a significant victory. People celebrated in hidden bunkers and secret bases around the world. Commander Zorn was furious. "How is this possible?" he roared. "They're just primitive apes." But the Galactic Council was starting to worry. Some members began to question if they had made a mistake in attacking Earth. As the resistance grew stronger, humans began to feel hope again. They were still outgunned and outnumbered, but they were no longer helpless. The spirit of humanity, its creativity and determination, was shining through. In a hidden command center, General Rodriguez looked at a map of Earth, now dotted with points of resistance. "We've only just begun," she said, her eyes gleaming with determination. "The real fight starts now." The human resistance was no longer just surviving. They were preparing to take back their planet, and a Galactic Council was about to learn a harsh lesson about underestimating humanity. 3 months had passed since the invasion began. On the surface, Earth looked defeated. Alien ships patrolled the skies, and many cities lay in ruins. But beneath the ground, in hidden labs and secret bases, humanity was busy preparing for a fight that would shock the galaxy. In a vast underground facility beneath the Sahara Desert, Dr. Amina Farah stood before a glowing hologram. It showed the design of a new weapon, unlike anything Earth had ever seen before. The sunburst, she explained to the gathered scientists and military leaders. It harnesses the power of solar flares to disable alien electronics. Excitement filled the room. This weapon could turn the tide of the war. But building it would require resources from all over the world. Meanwhile, in the forests of Siberia, a different kind of preparation was underway. Major Ivan Petrov watched as soldiers trained in the new ghost suits. These suits, reverse-engineered from alien technology, could bend light around the wearer, making them nearly invisible. Remember, Ivan shouted to his troops, "The suit doesn't make you invincible. It's your skills and your heart that will win this war." Across the Pacific, in an underwater base off the coast of Hawaii, another breakthrough was happening. Dr. Keone Mahalona and his team had finally cracked the code of alien faster-than-light travel. "We can't build ships yet," Keone said, his eyes shining with excitement, "but we can disrupt their jumps. No more surprise attacks." The news of these developments spread through the global resistance network. Humanity was no longer just defending. They were innovating, creating weapons and tools the aliens had never seen before. In the mountains of Peru, geneticist Dr. Isabella Cruz made a startling discovery: our junk DNA. She explained to her astonished colleagues, "It's not junk at all. It's like dormant superpowers." Isabella's team had found a way to activate these hidden genes, giving humans enhanced strength, speed, and healing abilities. It was risky, but volunteers lined up to become the first super soldiers in Earth's history. Back in space, the Galactic Council was growing increasingly worried. Commander Zorn's reports were becoming more and more frustrated. "These humans," he growled in a transmission, "they're like cockroaches. We crush them, but they keep coming back." The Council debated sending more ships, more troops. But other conflicts in the galaxy were demanding attention. Earth, they decided, would have to wait. This was exactly what the human resistance had been hoping for. With the alien forces stretched thin, it was time to prepare for a major offensive. In Antarctica, hidden beneath the ice, the largest of Earth's secret bases hummed with activity. Here, a fleet of advanced spacecraft was under construction. They weren't as large as the alien ships, but they were fast, agile, and packed with Earth's new weapons. General Maria Rodriguez walked through the hangar, inspecting the ships. "Soon," she said to the eager pilots, "very soon, we take the fight to them." But not all of Earth's preparations were military in nature. In laboratories around the world, scientists worked on projects to ensure humanity's survival, no matter the outcome of the war. In a dome beneath the Amazon rainforest, botanists developed plants that could grow in any environment, even on other planets. In bunkers under the Alps, archivists saved the knowledge and culture of Earth, preserving it for future generations. And in a small lab in Japan, a team led by Dr. Hideo Tanaka made perhaps the most important breakthrough of all. "We've done it," Hideo announced, his voice trembling with emotion. "We've found a way to communicate faster than light. We can unite the entire human race, no matter where we are in the galaxy." As these discoveries and developments spread through the resistance network, a new feeling began to grow. It wasn't just hope anymore. It was confidence. Humanity had faced its greatest challenge, and instead of breaking, had become stronger than ever before. In the hidden command center, General Rodriguez looked at the latest reports from around the world. Everything was almost ready. She turned to her staff, a fierce smile on her face. "Send the word," she said. "Operation Earthrise begins in 1 week." Across the planet, humans prepared for the greatest battle in their history. The Galactic Council thought they had conquered Earth. They were about to learn how wrong they were. The day had finally arrived. After months of secret preparation, Earth was ready to launch its counterattack against the Galactic Council. Operation Earthrise was about to begin. In hidden bases around the world, soldiers suited up in their new advanced armor. Pilots climbed into sleek spacecraft, a mix of human ingenuity and reverse-engineered alien tech. Scientists made last-minute checks on weapons that, just months ago, would have seemed impossible. General Maria Rodriguez stood in the Global Command Center, deep beneath the Rocky Mountains. She looked at the giant screens showing troops and ships ready around the world. With a deep breath, she gave the order. Commence Operation Earthrise. The first phase of the attack was silent and invisible. Thousands of soldiers in ghost suits slipped past alien patrols, infiltrating key enemy positions around the globe. They planted disruptors that would shut down the alien shields and communications. In space, things were different. A massive alien mothership hung over North America, its crew unaware of the danger approaching. Suddenly, a fleet of Earth ships burst out of hidden hangars in the moon. Leading them was Captain Jane Chen in the flagship Hope. "Remember your training," Jane said to her crew. "We may be outnumbered, but we have surprise on our side. Let's show these aliens what humans can do." The space battle erupted in a dazzling display of laser fire and explosions. The alien ships, caught off guard, scrambled to respond, but Earth's new weapons were taking a heavy toll. Back on the ground, the ghost soldiers activated their disruptors. All at once, alien shields flickered and died. Their communications went silent. Panic spread through the invaders' ranks. In New York, a team led by Dr. Emily Chen unleashed swarms of nanobots. These tiny machines ate through alien armor like it was paper. Alien soldiers found their advanced suits turning to dust around them. Across the African savanna, enhanced human soldiers with activated jump DNA moved with incredible speed and strength. They tore through alien ground forces, showing power that shocked even their own commanders. In the skies over Europe, pilots in new Earth fighters engaged alien ships. The human craft were smaller but incredibly agile. They danced around the clumsy alien vessels, striking with pinpoint accuracy. Commander Zorn, watching from his command ship, couldn't believe his eyes. "This is impossible," he roared. "How can these primitives be defeating us?" But the truth was clear. Humanity's fierce retaliation was working. All around the globe, alien forces were in retreat. The weapons and strategies Earth had developed were more than a match for the invaders. In the Amazon, Dr. Isabella Cruz led a team using biological weapons against the aliens. Engineered plants grew at incredible speeds, entangling and disabling alien walkers. The invaders found the very planet turning against them. Meanwhile, in orbit, Captain Chen's fleet had broken through the alien defenses. The Hope lined up its main weapon, the sunburst cannon. With a blinding flash, it fired. The alien mothership's systems fried instantly, leaving it dead in space. As news of victories poured in from around the world, cheers erupted in the Global Command Center. General Rodriguez allowed herself a small smile. "We've won the first battle," she said, "but the war isn't over yet." Indeed, while Earth had caught the Galactic Council by surprise, the aliens still had vast resources. Emergency signals were already racing across the galaxy, calling for reinforcements. But humanity had a few more tricks up its sleeve. Dr. Hideo Tanaka's faster-than-light communication system was now fully operational. Earth could coordinate its forces instantly across vast distances, a huge advantage in the coming space battles. As the first day of the counterattack drew to a close, the mood on Earth was cautiously optimistic. They had bloodied the nose of the mighty Galactic Council. Humanity had proven it wasn't just going to roll over and surrender. In cities around the world, people emerged from hiding to see alien ships falling from the sky. Hope, which had been in short supply for months, now surged through the population. On the moon base, Captain Chen looked back at Earth, its blue beauty marred by the scars of invasion. "We've taken the first step," she said to her crew. Now we need to push them out of our solar system for good. The Galactic Council had started this war, thinking Earth would be an easy conquest. Now they were learning a harsh lesson. Humanity was fierce, innovative, and willing to fight with everything they had. The battle for Earth was far from over, but the tide had finally turned. 2 weeks had passed since Operation Earthrise began. Earth's surprising victories had sent shockwaves across the galaxy. The once mighty Galactic Council was now in chaos, and the balance of power was shifting. On a distant planet called Xyrox, the Council's emergency meeting was in full swing. Alien leaders from 100 worlds argued fiercely. Commander Zorn stood before them, trying to explain his failure. "These humans," Zorn said, his voice shaking, "they're unlike anything we've ever faced. Their technology, their tactics, they evolved too quickly." The council chamber erupted in angry shouts. Many wanted Zorn punished for underestimating Earth. Others called for sending every available ship to crush the human resistance once and for all. But a few voices urged caution. "Perhaps," said Sella, a wise leader from an ancient race, "we have made a grave error in attacking Earth. These humans could be valuable allies, not slaves." Back on Earth, in the rebuilt United Nations building in Geneva, humanity was having its own heated discussion. Representatives from every nation debated their next move. General Rodriguez addressed the assembly. "We've pushed them back, but the war isn't over. The Council will retaliate. We need to be ready." But not everyone agreed on how to proceed. Some wanted to take the fight to the Council's homeworlds. Others argued for a defensive stance, focusing on protecting Earth. As the debate raged, a surprising message arrived. It was from the Xin, the alien race that had defected to help Earth. Their ambassador, Kriza, had an urgent warning. "The Council is fractured," Kriza said, its holographic image flickering. "Many worlds are questioning the attack on Earth, but hardliners are pushing for a massive assault. You must act quickly to gain more allies." This news changed everything. Humanity realized they had a chance not just to defend Earth, but to reshape galactic politics. In a secret facility in Australia, Dr. Emily Chen was working on a new project. She had discovered a way to translate any language instantly, even alien ones. "With this," she told her team, "we can communicate with any species in the galaxy. We can tell our side of the story." The UN quickly put this technology to use. They began broadcasting messages across the galaxy, showing Earth's culture, its beauty, and its desire for peace. Many alien worlds, who had only heard the Council's propaganda, were surprised by what they saw. On the water world of Aqualis, the ruling council watched these broadcasts with interest. "These humans," one leader said, "they're not the savages we were told about. Perhaps we should reconsider our allegiance to the Galactic Council." Similar conversations were happening on planets across the galaxy. The Council's iron grip on power was weakening. Meanwhile, Earth's defenses continued to grow stronger. In orbit, a massive space station called Unity neared completion. It would serve as a hub for Earth's growing fleet and a symbol of humanity's new place in the galaxy. Captain Jane Chen, now Admiral Chen, oversaw the station's construction. "From here," she told a group of reporters, "we'll be able to detect any incoming threats and coordinate our defenses. But more importantly, it will be a place where humans and friendly aliens can meet and work together." On the Moon, a new city was taking shape. It would be humanity's first major off-world colony, designed to be a neutral ground for galactic diplomacy. But not all the news was good. Reports came in of hardline Council forces massing at the edge of the solar system. They were preparing for one final, massive attack to subjugate Earth. In response, Earth's leaders made a bold decision. They would send diplomatic missions to key worlds across the galaxy, seeking allies and trying to further fracture the Council's power. Dr. Isabella Cruz, the geneticist who had unlocked human potential, volunteered to lead one of these missions. "We'll show the galaxy who we really are," she said. "Not just fierce warriors, but scientists, artists, and explorers. As ships prepared to leave Earth on these vital missions, tension filled the air. The next few weeks would determine not just the fate of humanity, but the future of the entire galaxy. General Rodriguez watched the ships depart from the Unity station. "Good luck," she whispered. "The real test of our strength isn't just in fighting, but in making peace." The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see what these surprising humans would do next. The age of Earth's isolation was over. Now, ready or not, humanity was taking its place on the galactic stage. The moment Earth had been preparing for had finally arrived. At the edge of the solar system, a massive fleet of Galactic Council ships appeared. This was it, the final push to either conquer Earth or be defeated. Admiral Jane Chen stood on the bridge of the Unity station, watching as the enemy fleet approached. "All ships, battle stations," she ordered, her voice calm but firm. "This is what we've trained for." Earth's fleet, a mix of human-designed ships and reverse-engineered alien craft, moved into position. They were outnumbered, but not outgunned. Months of preparation had led to this moment. On the planet's surface, General Rodriguez activated the global defense grid. "All ground-based weapons, stand by," she commanded. "We are the last line of defense. We cannot fail." The battle began with a blinding flash as the Council fleet unleashed a barrage of energy weapons. Earth's ships scattered, using the advanced maneuvers they had practiced countless times. "Nova Squadron, engage," Admiral Chen shouted. A group of small, agile fighters zipped past the station, heading straight for the heart of the enemy fleet. These were Earth's secret weapon, piloted by humans with activated jump DNA. Their reflexes were faster than any alien pilots. The fight in space was chaotic and intense. Explosions lit up the darkness as ships from both sides were hit, but Earth's forces were holding their own, their technology now a match for the Council's. On one of the Council's command ships, Commander Zorn watched in disbelief. "How?" he snarled. "How are they doing this?" He had brought everything he had. Sure, it would crush the humans once and for all, but still they fought on. Suddenly, alarms blared on Zorn's ship. "Intruders detected," a voice announced. Somehow, a team of humans had teleported aboard, using technology the Council thought impossible for such a young race. This team was led by Major Ivan Petrov, wearing the latest version of the Ghost suit. "Find the ship's core," he told his squad. "We end this today." Back on Earth, Dr. Emily Chen worked furiously at her console. She was coordinating a network of satellites, each armed with a sunburst cannon. "Firing solution ready," she reported to General Rodriguez. "On your command." The general hesitated for just a moment. This weapon could turn the tide of the battle, but it might also be seen as too destructive by the galactic community. But as another wave of Council ships approached Earth, she made her decision. "Fire," she ordered. The sunburst network activated, sending out a massive pulse of energy. It washed over the Council fleet, shorting out systems and leaving ships drifting helplessly in space. In the confusion, Earth's ships pressed their advantage. Led by the Nova Squadron, they tore through the enemy's disorganized ranks. Aboard Zorn's ship, Major Petrov and his team reached the core. "For Earth," Petrov said, as they planted charges that would disable the vessel's main systems. As Zorn realized his ship was being taken over from within, panic set in. "All ships," he screamed into the comm. "Retreat, fall back." But it was too late. The tide of the battle had turned decisively in Earth's favor. Council ships were either destroyed, disabled, or fleeing. The mighty invasion force that had seemed unstoppable was now in ruins. As the last of the Council ships jumped away, a cheer went up throughout Earth's fleet. They had done it. They had won. On the Unity station, Admiral Chen allowed herself a small smile. "Stand down from battle stations," she ordered. "And well done, everyone. Well done." News of the victory spread quickly across Earth and to its allies in the galaxy. Humanity had not just survived, but triumphed against one of the greatest powers in the universe. In the aftermath, as cleanup operations began, General Rodriguez met with the UN Security Council. "We've won the battle," she said soberly, "but now comes the hard part. We need to win the peace." The general was right. Earth had proven itself a force to be reckoned with, but now it had to show it could be a responsible member of the galactic community. The challenges ahead were many, but for the first time in months, the future looked bright. As the sun set on this historic day, people around the world celebrated. They had faced extinction and emerged stronger than ever. Humanity had claimed its place among the stars, and nothing would ever be the same again. 1 year had passed since Earth's victory over the Galactic Council's invasion force. The galaxy had changed dramatically, and humanity found itself at the center of a new interstellar order. On the newly constructed space station, Harmony, representatives from 100 alien worlds gathered. This massive structure, floating in neutral space, symbolized the new era of cooperation that Earth had helped usher in. Dr. Isabella Cruz, now Earth's ambassador to the galaxy, stood before the assembly. "Friends, allies, fellow sentients," she began, her words instantly translated into dozens of alien languages. "We gather here not as conquerors or the conquered, but as equals. Together, we will forge a new path." The gathered aliens murmured in agreement. Many of them had once feared or looked down on humans. Now they saw Earth as a valuable ally and a source of innovation. Back on Earth, the scars of the invasion were healing. Cities were being rebuilt, often incorporating alien technology to make them stronger and more efficient. In the skies, a mix of human and alien ships kept watch, part of the new Earth Defense Force. In a lab beneath the restored Louvre in Paris, Dr. Emily Chen worked on her latest project. She had combined human creativity with alien science to create a device that could terraform barren planets in months instead of centuries. "With this," she told her team, "we can help solve resource shortages across the galaxy." Meanwhile, on the Moon, a unique university had opened its doors. Here, humans and aliens studied side by side, sharing knowledge and culture. It was a dream come true for scientists like Dr. Keone Mahalomna, who taught the first-ever class on comparative faster-than-light dry systems. But not everything was perfect. Some alien races, especially those who had been part of the old council, still distrusted humans. They watched Earth's rapid progress with worry and whispered about the potential threat. General Maria Rodriguez, now head of the Earth Defense Force, was aware of these concerns. "We must be strong," she told the UN Security Council, "but also transparent. We're not here to replace the Galactic Council as oppressors. We're here to be partners." To show their commitment to peace, Earth had shared many of its technological breakthroughs. The ghost suit technology was adapted to help in disaster relief on alien worlds. The sunburst cannon was modified to power cities and ships across the galaxy. On the former Council capital world of Xyrox, a new government was taking shape. Zella, the wise alien who had first suggested peace with Earth, now led a coalition of races committed to cooperation rather than conquest. "We have learned much from the humans," Zella said in a galaxy-wide broadcast. "Their adaptability, their creativity in the face of challenges. These are qualities we should all strive for." Not everyone was happy with the new order. Commander Zorn, the fallen leader of the invasion, had disappeared after the final battle. Rumors spoke of him gathering other dissatisfied aliens, planning revenge against Earth and its allies. But for now, peace reigned. Earth ships explored the far reaches of the galaxy, making new discoveries and friends. Alien tourists flocked to Earth, eager to see the world that had changed everything. In New York, now a shining example of human-alien cooperation, a new monument was unveiled. It showed a human hand and various alien appendages all clasped together, reaching for the stars. As Admiral Jane Chen looked up at the monument, a young reporter asked her, "Did you ever imagine it would turn out like this when the invasion first began?" Chen smiled. "Never in my wildest dreams," she replied. But that's the thing about us humans. We're always capable of more than we imagine. The reporter nodded. And what's next for humanity? Chen's eyes twinkled as she looked up at the star-filled sky. That's the best part, she said. We get to decide that together, with our new allies. The galaxy's a big place, and we're just getting started. As night fell on Earth, its cities glowed with a mix of human and alien lights. Ships from a dozen worlds moved peacefully through the skies. And in homes around the planet, children of all species dreamed of the adventures waiting for them among the stars. The invasion that had threatened to end humanity had instead launched it into a new age. Earth had not just survived, it had thrived, and in doing so, had changed the galaxy forever. The future was bright, full of challenges and opportunities, and humanity, as always, was ready to face it head-on.